How to Learn English. Hello, everyone. My name is Sakura, and I am a university student from Japan, currently studying abroad in the United States. Learning English has always been one of my dreams, but I know how challenging it can feel when you're just starting. When I began my English learning journey, I quickly discovered that listening to the right resources and speaking as much as possible are the most important steps to mastering the language. This approach helped me improve quickly, and now I want to share everything I've learned with you. To support and inspire other English learners like you, we created this channel. Here, I'll share tips, techniques, and resources that will help you improve your listening, speaking, and confidence in English. Please subscribe to our channel so we can learn together every day. Whether you're a beginner or advanced learner, you're not alone on this journey. We'll grow step by step. Now let me tell you my story, how I faced challenges, overcame fears, and grew through the power of English. Chapter 1. My first day in the United States. I still remember the day I landed in San Francisco. The autumn sun was shining, but my heart was racing. Everything felt so big and unfamiliar. I was both excited and nervous excited to experience a new culture, and nervous about whether I could communicate with people. When I arrived at my host family's house, my host mom, Linda, greeted me with a warm hug and said, "Welcome to our home, Sakura." I was so nervous that all I could say was, "Thank you, nice to meet you." My English was still very basic, and I was afraid of making mistakes. But Linda's smile reassured me, and I felt a little more at ease. The next morning, I attended my first English class at a local language institute. My teacher, Mr. David, greeted us with great energy. He shared a piece of advice that changed my perspective.
Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are your friends. They are not failures. They are proof that you're learning.
These words stayed with me, and from that day, I promised myself to keep trying, no matter how many mistakes I made. Chapter 2. Listening, the Key to Improvement. At the beginning, I struggled to understand spoken English. People spoke too fast, and I only caught a few words here and there. My host's sister, Emma, noticed my struggles and shared a great tip. Start with simple listening resources. Watch TV shows, cartoons, or YouTube videos with subtitles. Listen, repeat, and mimic what you hear. I followed Emma's advice and started with children's shows like Peppa Pig. The slow, clear speech and simple sentences helped me a lot. From there, I moved on to sitcoms like Friends. I paused often to repeat phrases like, "How's it going?" or "I'm doing great." At first, I felt silly, but little by little, my listening improved. Listening to real-life conversations gave me confidence to speak. I learned phrases and pronunciation naturally, and I began using them when talking to my classmates and host family. Chapter 3. Speaking without fear. In my language school, I made a friend named Mia from Brazil. She was cheerful and loved talking. One day, she told me,
"Let's practice speaking together every day. Don't worry about grammar or mistakes. Just speak."
We started meeting after class to chat in English. Our conversations weren't perfect, but we encouraged each other. I began to realize that speaking is like exercising. You improve the more you do it. My teacher, Mr. David, introduced us to a technique called shadowing. He explained,
Listen to native speakers and repeat their words immediately. It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence.
I started shadowing short YouTube videos and podcasts. I repeated sentences aloud, mimicking the tone and speed of the speakers. At first, it was challenging, but after weeks of practice, I noticed a big improvement in my pronunciation. Linda even said, "Your English sounds so natural, Sakura." Hearing that gave me so much motivation. Chapter 4. Thinking in English. Another important step in my journey was learning to think in English. At first, I always translated my thoughts from Japanese to English. It took too much time, and I often froze when speaking. To overcome this, I started narrating my actions out loud when I was alone. For example, I'm making tea. I'm going to the library. Today, I want to practice shadowing. Over time, I stopped translating and started forming sentences naturally. My thoughts flowed in English without hesitation. Chapter 5. Embracing Mistakes. I used to fear mistakes, but one day, at a local cafe, I asked for tomato soup instead of tomato. The barista smiled and kindly repeated the correct pronunciation. Instead of feeling embarrassed, I smiled back and said, "Thank you for helping me." I realized that mistakes are a part of learning. They help us grow and improve. I stopped worrying about being perfect and focused on expressing myself. This mindset gave me the confidence to speak with anyone, anytime. Chapter 6. Sharing my journey. After months of listening, speaking, and practicing shadowing, my English skills improved dramatically. I could have conversations, understand movies without subtitles, and share my thoughts confidently. But my journey doesn't stop here. I realized that there are so many other learners like me who need support, encouragement, and resources to learn English effectively. That's why I created this channel. On this channel, I will share 1. Listening resources, videos, podcasts, and tips to improve your comprehension. 2. Speaking techniques like shadowing, thinking aloud, and conversation practice. 3. Motivation and advice. To help you overcome fears and mistakes. We'll learn together every day, step by step. Please subscribe to my channel so we can support each other on this journey. You are not alone. Conclusion, your turn to share. This is my story, and it's still ongoing. Learning English has been challenging, but it's also one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. I've grown not only as a student, but also as a person. Now I want to hear from you. Are you learning English? What challenges have you faced, and what tips have helped you improve? Do you have any stories or funny moments while learning? Please share your experiences in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to keep going. Let's create a supportive community where we can learn, share, and grow together. Thank you for reading my story and for joining me on this journey. Let's learn English together every day.
頑張ってください。